Good morning, everyone. How's everyone doing today? I hope you're all well rested, ready to start a brand new, beautiful day. It looks like it's going to be a gorgeous one out here today. If you're new here, thank you so much for clicking on this video. If you like it, please give it a thumbs up and give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel down below and hit that notification bell because I might do other videos besides this 9 a.m. one. And I'd like you to get notified of those if I do them. They'll be on topics that I might go into more depth on than I go on to in here, and it might be special. I might be doing a sign language video, so you want to hit that notification bell and see what crazy thing I'm up to. Okay, I make these videos as my own daily glimpse into my own daily self-practice, daily practice. So if you have your own daily practice that you do, something that nourishes your soul every day, I'd love to hear what it is. Please comment in the comments down below. And by the way, I know I'm doing these as a live, and I don't expect people to immediately jump on and be here. But if you are showing up on my live, I would love a comment in the live chat box with this direction, whatever direction it has to be. I would love to see that someone actually visited me on my live. Visited, is that a word? Anyway, so this is, I titled this The Giving Box. Why did I title this The Giving Box? I titled this live The Giving Box because I have a giving box in my yard. Now, it's not mine. I don't want to take credit for it. But in my town, there's always been a tiny little food pantry, one of those giving boxes in front of the library, town hall, something like that. And I'm a new transplant up here. I moved up here about 4 years ago. So when I found out about that, I thought that was a wonderful idea. I'd heard about those types of boxes before, tiny libraries or food pantries. And I thought, that's a wonderful idea. There should be one in every town. Well, then about 3 months ago, craziness hit all over the world, which you all know about. People lost jobs all over the country, which you know about, I'm pretty sure. And people were starting to get into a little bit of financial difficulty all over. And I'm like, okay, I got to go get one of those boxes. And I was planning to actually, I don't have the means to build one. So I was actually going to buy one of those tiny little outdoor sheds that you can get that are like at Lowe's, Home Depot, one of those places that are just a tiny little box for your tools outside. And I was going to plop that in my front yard and start throwing food out there and put free food or food pantry or something on that. And I was planning that when a post came up on this new group that formed that I joined called Mutual Aid Tompkins County, saying that a local flooring company who was on hiatus built a whole bunch of boxes, and it showed about a dozen tall blue cabinets. And it said, anyone who has room for one, who is in a good location, let us know. And if you're willing, we'll come put one in your yard. It's a community food sharing pantry, and you can become a caretaker of it. And I'm like, wonderful. You've seen all my traffic here. Yeah, I'm one of the busiest rural roads in my little rural part of town here. So I'm like, we get the traffic. Yeah, I got space right next to my mailbox up by those bushes, right next to my car. Between the two cars there, all those bushes, on the other side is my mailbox and the little blue food pantry. So that's been a real big blessing. And I'd say, they made an announcement. They made 40 boxes total. Recently, they made that announcement. And they're spread all over 2 or maybe 3 counties. And it's wonderful because there's hot spots in town where the pantries go empty real quick. We've got a homeless community. Look it up. It's kind of half famous. There's a box right outside the jungle, and people are encouraged to donate things that don't need cooking there, things that don't need can openers, you know, the easy pop tops or pouches of tuna fish or other foods, easy to eat items. And then there's a box just down the road a bit from there, behind Wegmans, our local grocery store, and that's in an area that also gets a high use. There's also a couple other places in town that get high use, and the cabinets empty out like daily, and there's like a whole army of us filling these boxes. Now here my box rotates in and out pretty quickly. At least I thought it was pretty quickly, but then I saw what's going on downtown, and I'm like, whoa. Someone posts a picture at 2 o'clock. I just filled up the box downtown, you know, maybe the one by the jungle or the behind Wegmans. And then someone posts at 4 o'clock. Well, I just stopped by to fill it up, and here's where, and they showed another picture, and it's almost empty. So those are very needed in our community, and they're getting a lot of good use. And our local college, Cornell, is hosting a spot downtown where they assemble food pantry boxes, like when you have your food pantry days, where you go like once a week usually in your town to your local spot that gives out boxes of food or bags of food for people in need. This is, anyone can go. You don't need proof that you're poor. You don't need, and some people go and pick pull box. I'm going to deliver them to my neighbors who don't have a car, and they allow that, and it's all trust-based, and it works out beautifully. And some people go and pick up the extra boxes that get created, because they hand out like dozens of boxes and dozens of boxes, and they do it every single day. So at the end of the day, if there's any leftover, someone will come pick those up, and any non-perishables, they'll go to all the cabinets and distribute everything. So I don't know. I just wanted to mention how wonderful community can be, because community is a beautiful thing. When neighbors come together like that and do something special like that, it is beautiful. And usually I only take care of my box out front here, but I'm not the only one. I go and I find all kinds of unique things in my box, and I think, oh, how wonderful, how thoughtful of the neighbors to think to put that in there and to go out and spend their money to buy stuff to put into the cabinet to help their neighbors. And people who are in need can mention on that mutual aid website, well, I would love some baby formula or diapers, and someone will go buy them baby formula and diapers and drive it out to their house. Or people say, well, I would love to see some children's finger food in the cabinet downtown where I usually go pick up my food, and someone will put a lot of finger food, you know, like a bunch of like baby carrots, or, you know, finger food for children in those cabinets, you know, whatever they're stating their need is, they'll go do that. So Mutual Aid Tompkins does a whole lot more than just the food pantry things, but that's one of the things that they help run. It's been a wonderful thing. Our first card for today, you're the boss. And I would like to read the book as to what this means. Where did I put the box? Well, I guess I'm not the boss because I lost the box. There we go. Okay. And it's a number 48. So it's a 12. Which breaks down to 3. We were a 3-day yesterday too. When it comes to living a 6-sensory life, you have to make a choice. You trust your vibes. You must stop allowing other people's opinions and fears to override them or cause you to doubt or ignore what you feel. You're the boss. Okay. I'm going to be a little honest with you. I feel like my last few days I've been off kilter with these lives And I was going to start toning it down some and not ramble on as much. And I haven't been trusting my vibes. And no one's commented negatively yet, because no one's commented other than the spammy stuff you can sometimes get when you first start. But I've been allowing my thoughts, my thoughts of other people's opinions affect my mood and my channel and my topics and all that. And I'm like, today I'm just going to go talk about something that I want to talk about. And I think it's worked out a lot better. So I think today I decided to be the boss of my channel and just pick a topic and talk about it without rambling. And I did very well, I feel. I feel like I trusted my vibes very well on that one. Trusting your vibes is an extremely self-empowered decision. It frees you from seeking approval, invites you to experience the peace of self-approval and acceptance. Be careful not to shop your vibes to seek agreement. Shop your vibes. All right, so I kind of really want to go in this direction, but I'm getting a bad vibe from it. But I kind of really want to do it anyway. Well, I've done that before and I've gotten in trouble. And what does that mean? That means, like, okay, so I can tell that that's going to be a bad decision, but, you know, maybe if I look at it this other way and peek around the corner at it, maybe my vibes might tell me something different. I'm shopping my vibes. And that's gotten me into trouble in the past. Trust the guidance you receive without confirmation from others. We often take our psychic guidance to the one person we know will discount or dismiss it in hopes that if we can just convince the person, we'll validate our guidance. I've done that before too. I really want to do this thing and it's really exciting and I got good vibes from it and I think I can succeed, but then ego comes in and says, you can't do it. So I go ask someone else who I know is going to tell me, you can't do it. That's another way to shop your vibes. Don't set yourself up for this kind of sabotage. Yes, trusting your vibes is scary because when doing so, you take full responsibility for your life. Yet, isn't it far scarier to allow someone else to run your life? So muster your courage and take charge. Your vibes are trustworthy and are there to help you. Ignore those who interfere and decide when it comes to your life. You're the boss. The food box thing. That's another trust your vibes thing. When it came into my consciousness to put a food box in my yard, it wasn't a thing yet. Tompkins hadn't made the announcement yet that someone had built a bunch of boxes. I'm like, got that little tingle inside. I got to do this. I got to find a way to do this. Well, I could go spend $200 and buy a little outdoor cabinet thing. But I feel the urge to do this. My vibes are telling me this is a good idea. And when you actually take that next step and start planning out and start saying this is a thing, by the end of the week, I'm going to have one of those little boxes, the universe jumps in and presents you with the perfect path. Just open yourself up. Okay, I want this thing without attachment to it. So this thing or something even greater. And I got something a whole lot greater than one little house and one little rural corner, going out and buying her own little box, spending her own money on a cabinet to do this. I got a whole community surrounding me, supporting me, coming and filling my cabinet and helping me maintain it and building it for me. You know, like the very next day after I had this thought and I started actually going on the website and looking at Lowe's website. Okay, let's see what I can come up with here. What kind of budget I need to do for this. The very next day before I hit that buy button, you know, the universe timed it perfectly, because if I hadn't seen that until a day or two later, I would have bought one already. And then I would have seen the posts about all the free ones. And I'm like, that would have been something, huh? So I trusted my vibes and it worked out beautifully, and the universe conspires in your favor. I think that's the main thing I want to get at is you're the boss and the universe conspires in your favor. Okay. And going along with the universe conspires with your favor, you're the boss and you need to ask when you want guidance. Ask your spirit helpers. They are there for you. So when I came up with the box idea, when I'm planning to do something and make the jump on something, I always ask for guidance on it. And I always end my ask with this or something greater. And I leave myself open to whatever the universe presents. And that's exactly what happened. I asked my spirit guides for help, and they jumped right in and got Tompkins to make that post and say there's boxes available. All you got to do is ask. So I asked my spirit guides first, and then I asked Mutual Aid Tompkins second, and I got a box. So prayer, whatever your faith, and it doesn't matter what your higher power is, prayer's good. Prayer's important. You can, if you don't have a higher power, I mean, but, you know, no judgment here. If you don't feel like there is a God or a higher power to pray to, then perhaps you could imagine your most intelligent, most highest being self. Maybe ask your senior self in the future, how, you know, like try, you know, envision yourself time traveling to your future self. So if you could give advice to your younger self as me at my age currently, what would you say? And pausing and listening to the small voice within to feel for that intuition that tells you how the best action to take. Okay, but so enough of that one. I'm getting late in my video here. Meditate. The way that you can listen to the small voice within is to meditate. It's very important. After you ask your spirit helpers, your spirit guides, your angels, God, your higher self, it's important to sit in quiet to listen for the answer. Okay. And KuanYin has to give us a card. So kind of a long video today. I was planning on a short one, but you know. Okay, this one's popping up. Well, she's in one of my favorite poses. It's called the Royal Pose. Mother of Mercy, number 19, which breaks down to a 2. Mother of Mercy. Dispensations of mercy come when we are without recourse. So mercy comes when we are without recourse. Ending a cycle of manipulation, unkindness, unconsciousness. This spiritual assistance is offered to you now from a place of loving respect, kindness, great spiritual power. Blessings to KuanYin, Mother of Mercy, who watches over us with attentive love and cares for our spiritual progress. Goes along with Mother of Mercy is offering spiritual assistance now from a place of loving respect, kindness, greater spiritual power. She's always with us, watching over us, and cares for our progress to help us end cycles of manipulation, unkindness, unconsciousness. So if you feel like you've been on the wrong path, again, ask your spirit helpers. Ask KuanYin, because you are the boss. And if you realize you've been on the wrong path, you are the boss, you are able to change it. Don't give a hoot what other people think or say about how you change. Your intuition is telling you you need to change, just do it. And with that, I'm going to say thank you so much for joining me on this live. If you have joined live, I would like a comment in the comments box so that I know that you were here. And I would love to hear from you in the comments down below what you thought about this video and about the guidance in it. And with all that being said, I love all you guys. Please make sure to like this video, subscribe if you're not already subscribed, hit the notification bell so that you can get notified when I do extra little videos and when I do my lives. And I wish you all a beautiful, gorgeous day. I hope you all do something to contact your helpers, whoever they may be. And I'll see you all tomorrow. Namaste.